the button nobody was supposed to push. The blinking red console had been ignored for 11 years. Commander Dax Merritt had always assumed it was decorative, some relic from the previous crew of the ISV Resolute, a deep space survey vessel that smelled permanently of burnt coffee and regret. It blinked every 4 seconds. Steady. Patient. Almost polite. Then in signed Tobias Webb, 22 years old and 3 weeks into his first deep space assignment, spilled his lunch tray, grabbed the console for balance, and pressed it. The ship went silent. Then every screen aboard the Resolute lit up simultaneously, flooding the bridge in violent crimson light. A sound, not a siren, but something older, something that bypassed the ears and landed directly in the spine, rolled through the hull. Dax stared at Tobias. Tobias stared at the console. The console displayed one line of translated text. Challenge accepted. Prepare your species. What the archive said. Within 40 seconds, Chief Science Officer Dr. Priya Nath had pulled every classified file tagged Vorkai from the Galactic Union archives. She read them in silence. Then she read them again. Then she set her coffee down very carefully and said, "We need to call Earth." "What are they?" Dax asked. "The Vorkai," Priya said, turning her tablet so the crew could see. A skeletal diagram of something vast, something that moved through space without a ship. "Have never lost a war. Not once in 60,000 years. They've defeated 17 spacefaring civilizations. 12 of those civilizations no longer exist. And the other 5? They were allowed to survive as zookeepers. The Vorkai enjoy watching lesser species." She paused. "We were on the watch list. Apparently someone, 3 prior commanders of this vessel, had been very carefully not pressing that button for over a decade." Tobias raised his hand slowly. "What does the button do, exactly?" "It's a formal combat declaration," Priya said. "An ancient interstellar protocol. The moment a species presses it, the Vorkai are honor-bound to respond. It's been sitting in this ship since the Galactic Union accidentally discovered it during first contact negotiations and panicked." Everyone looked at Tobias. "I tripped," he said. The response arrives. The Vorkai ship materialized without warning. No jump signature, no sensor blip, no theater. It simply appeared 2 kilometers off the port bow, enormous and black, shaped like something between a cathedral and a clenched fist. A single transmission came through. No static. Perfectly clear. "We acknowledge your declaration, small ones. We have not been challenged in 900 years. We are curious. Send your champion to the neutral ring at coordinates attached." 1 combatant. No weapons from home. Standard terms apply. "Standard terms?" Dax repeated. Priya checked the archive. "Winner takes the loser star system." The bridge went very quiet. Dax looked at Tobias. Tobias looked at the floor. The floor offered no comfort. The champion. Nobody volunteered. That was expected. What was not expected was the ship's cook, a broad-shouldered, quietly terrifying woman named Margot Ellison, age 57, former deep-sea welder and amateur chess grandmaster, walking onto the bridge with a protein bar and saying, "I'll go." "Margot, you understand what this?" "I understand they haven't been challenged in 900 years, she said, unwrapping the bar. "That means they're comfortable." Comfortable creatures make assumptions. She took a bite. "I used to fight underwater in pressurized suits for sport. I once arm wrestled a mining rig operator for 3 hours until he cried. I'm not scared of something that's had it easy for 9 centuries." Nobody had a counter-argument. Afterwards, the Vorkai champion was 7 feet tall, had 4 arms, and had reportedly never been touched in combat. Margot fought it for 22 minutes in the neutral ring, while the entire crew watched on the view screen in total, breathless silence. The match ended when Margot, bleeding from her eyebrow and grinning like a woman who was genuinely enjoying herself, caught the Vorkai champion in a hold that Priya later described as geometrically impossible, and did not let go until it submitted. The Vorkai were silent for a long time. Then the transmission came. Interesting species. We withdraw the standard terms. We offer instead alliance. Dax exhaled for what felt like the first time in an hour. He turned to Tobias. Still think you tripped? Tobias watched Margot limping back toward the shuttle, laughing to herself. Honestly, he said, I'm starting to think it was destiny. The blinking red console, for the first time in 11 years, went dark.